So this is a use case how you could decide to allow your end users to interact with ChatGPT using Data Action Platform. And as you know, Data Action Platform is a tool that consists out of many data actions, which you can then allocate to your end users. And in that way, you can give them certain tools that are not available in a standard Salesforce implementation to make their life easier and to work with their data in a way they are not be able to work with their data before. And one of the new actions that we have is, of course, Ask ChatGPT, which can be invoked from the action launcher. And only users that you grant access to this action are, of course, able to work with it. And what we're going to do, we're going to open up Salesforce, and we're going to write a prompt to enrich an account or a selection of accounts with some useful information. And we're also going to ask ChatGPT for a fun fact about the account. And we're doing that because maybe as a salesperson, you can use this information, which you can store in a record, maybe in your conversations, and to get more of context and idea about the account that you're working with at that time. So let's see what that looks like in Salesforce. So I'm now in my demo environment, and I'm going to open up the account object over here. And I'm going to select the first account here. I'm now doing this on one account, but we can also do this on a selection of accounts if that is something that you'd like to do. And on the top right side in the list view, we have the action launcher, which is, of course, from Data Action Platform. And in the action launcher, I can see all the actions that are assigned to my profile or to my user. And in this case, since I'm the Salesforce administrator, I have access to all the actions. And as you can see, the actions that we started with are, for example, classic mass update, mass delete. We can do find and replace. We can mass create tasks. So yeah, basically Data Action Platform is a toolbox with all these different micro applications, which are very useful in a Salesforce environment. And the new one that we have is Ask ChatGPT, and that's the one I'm going to open. And the action itself is very simple, actually, but simple is good. So what we request from the user is a prompt, and the user can then choose where to store the response of ChatGPT. So I've already written a prompt here, which I'm going to copy and paste so that I don't have to type it. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to ask. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT, please give me a brief information, a maximum of 2 alineas about name, which is the account name from billing city, to give it more context. That is useful for a salesperson. Also share a fun fact about the company and use headers in your response. So I now copy and pasted this, but I can also use our field variable button here, in which I can look up fields that are part of the account. We can also use fields of related records, which is really nice if that's something that you want to do. That's really easily doable by entering the field variable button here. Then I only have to decide where I want to store the response, and I'm going to use the account description. I'm going to click next, which gets me to the confirmation page. So it's basically a summary of what I'm about to do, and I can simply hit start. Now the action will make a call to OpenAI with my prompt, and it will store the response in the account description field. Of course, you can also create a dedicated custom field for this if you want to. And as you can see at the bottom here, we got some general information about AO Fox Memorial Hospital, located in wherever. And at the end, it closes off with a fun fact about the hospital, which I can maybe use in my conversations with this client. So yeah, just an example of how you can grant end users access to a tool like this, in which they can use record information to get nice information from ChatGPT and store it in the record themselves for reference. One of the other prompts that could be nice, if I take Bellevue Hospital, I'm going to the action launcher, and I'm going to choose Ask ChatGPT. The prompt could be, for example, please tell me how account name from billing city could benefit from Plautis duplicate check application to improve the quality of their data in the Salesforce CRM, which is, of course, useful information to have in the record. I can send the prompt, and the response will be stored in the account description field. And then again, the result field can be any custom object custom field, of your choice. And when it's finished and I've opened up Bellevue Hospital, then you can see that it gives me a nice analysis of Bellevue Hospital and why they would need a tool like duplicate check from Plauti, which of course is a super well ID. So simple use case, how you could utilize this action. It can be really good for your users to get access to a tool like this.